I would think that the financial markets that the Japanese officials are watching most closely are going to be both the Japanese stock market as well as foreign exchange. In August, as we all know, we did see some wild moves in both dollar yen, or the yen in general, and Japanese stocks. And while those markets have settled down, I think the memory of that volatility is hasn't disappeared. So we can experience volatility again, especially if markets see a reason to suddenly re-rate their expectations. And I don't know if he was particularly referring to U.S. equities, but as I mentioned, U.S. equities do seem primed to rally on almost any type of news of accommodation, and then that might not be so sustainable, and there might be some volatility in the future.
So what's your case then for Japanese equities, given that we had the commentary out of the BOJ governor, but then also we look ahead to this election now, not to mention the foreign investors' feelings about just how closely correlated Japanese markets are with the likes of some of the volatility we've seen in Taiwan and the US?
Well, I think in part, the volatility in Japanese equities is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. When we did see the unwinding of the carry trade and the sell-off in Japanese markets, a lot of this was due to short-term positioning. And as a lot of those short-term investors were selling off and then buying back the yen, we also saw some investors, longer-term investors, buying. And so that included corporates in Japan buying back their own shares. It included individuals who were shoring up their holdings of market assets, and it also included institutions who were rebalancing as they saw their holdings go under their target levels. So I think that that Japanese stocks are a solid buy on dips, even if we do see some volatility. There's not only a host of natural buyers, but also there is a good structural reform story that's likely to have legs. And here we also see some potential for rotation from those exporters who are best placed to capitalize on a weak yen toward the more domestic demand names who might see more support as the virtuous circle of Japan's reflation continues to turn.